Good morning, Sharks. Here are your student notices for the end of the 2020 school year. When I graduated from high school, I wanted to become an architect. But then I realized that architecture involved math, so I gave that up very quickly. The word I would use to describe this grad class is courageous. You are graduating during one of the weirdest times in modern history, and I am incredibly proud of the resilience and courage that you've demonstrated throughout this whole semester. I'm really looking forward to the things that your grad class does in the years ahead. In 2002, I was a sophomore at San Francisco State University. I had finally discovered what it was that I wanted to major in because I gave myself the freedom to explore new things and explore my passions in my first year of college. So I recommend to you that you all do the same. Even if you head into college thinking that you might know what you want to do with the rest of your life, give yourself the freedom to explore all of the things that you're passionate about. In 2030, I will be teaching English at Steveston London Secondary School. Still. If I were to give you only one piece of advice, it would be to constantly keep in mind that success does not occur in a vacuum. We need to rely on others to get where we want to be, and others need our help to get where they want to be. So constantly acknowledge that interdependence and interconnectedness, give help when it's needed, and don't be afraid to ask for help when you need that extra push. Have a great day out there, Sharks. Woo!
When I graduated from high school, I wanted to be a race car mechanic. But sadly, no one would let me work on their car. So I ended up having to become a math teacher. The word I would describe for this grad class is fun. In 2002, you guys were just being born. In 2002, I was buying my first house and finally growing up. In 2030, you guys will be having your 10-year reunion. So what will I be doing in 2030? Well, I will be partying it up with you guys because I will be just freshly retired and ready to go. So my memory of this grad class would be the very first day of grade 8. I was telling a story about what happened on my summer vacation, and I was telling them how I went camping and I ran into a bear and blah blah blah. So the next day I got this wonderful present from Ainsley Bjork. It was a grizzly bear magnet, and I will keep that magnet for the rest of my life because that was such a great present for the very first impression that I got of my grade 8 math class. Woo! So my advice to this grad class would be kind to your fellow grads. You will all change, but your fellow grads are the people who are going to know you the best, and people will always remember you being nice to them, and a memory like that will go a long way in your life. Have a great day out there, Sharks. Woohoo! Good morning, Sharks. Here are your notices for the end of the 2020 school year.
Good morning, Sharks. Here are your student notices for the rest of the 2020 school year. Hi, everyone. It's Connie here. I am the senior girls basketball coach at Steveston London. For those of you who don't know me, I just first off want to thank Mr. Ma and some fellow grade 11s that are putting this video together. This is an awesome idea, and I wish I could congratulate all you graduating grade 12s in person, but obviously due to the situation, can't really do that right now. But we figured out a way to send a message to all of you. So I have been invited to answer some questions. Hopefully I come up with creative answers because I am doing this on the spot, but I wanted to make sure that this is authentic as it can be. So we will begin. Question number 1. When I graduated from high school, I wanted to become a teacher, a PE and home ec teacher, because those were my favorite subjects growing up in high school, and I had very memorable PE and home ec teachers throughout high school. And on a side note, I did get hired from the Richmond School District, so I met my goal. I am becoming a teacher. The word number 2, the word I would use to describe this grad class is, from the ones I know, goofy. Can I use the second word? Okay. This grad class is goofy, but in a good way. But they're leaders as well. So I guess they're goofy leaders. Okay, yes, goofy leaders. Number 3, in 2002, the grade 12s were born. Oh, jeez. In 2002, I was... Hold on, I need to do math right now. 2002. That's 18 years ago. In 2002, I was swinging on the monkey bars and always eating Skittles that I secretly hid from my mom because my grandpa would buy them for me, and then she would not know, or else I wouldn't even get candy for like the rest of the year. If that was how I was supposed to interpret this question. Okay, number 4. In 2030, this grad class will have their 10-year reunion. In 2030, I will be 10 years from now. My next goal is I want to become a school principal or work at the Richmond School Board, hopefully. So that is what I'd hope to be in 2030. Also a mother. I'd like to have kids in the next 10 years. I don't know if that's too much information. Number 5, do you have a special memory from this particular group when they were younger? So, little background to me, I came to coach SLSS London about 3 years ago, so unfortunately I don't have any long-lasting, embarrassing, funny stories when these grade 12s were younger. However, I do have memories of them while coaching, so with some of them, and I think my favorite memory would be, honestly, all the time getting to see how they grew from season to season. I think that was very memorable, and just the laughs we would have at practice, or some days all of us, we didn't even want to pick up the basketball or the volleyball, and we just sat there in a circle and we talked to each other and goofed off around and bonded as a team. And I think those are definitely memories I will take with me, and hopefully this group will take with them as well, of how important it is to connect with each other and just have a good time. Next question. Oh, my phone has locked. Sorry. Oh, last question. Number 6, if I was to give only one piece of advice, it would be one piece of advice. One piece of advice. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure it's nothing too generic that people probably would say to everyone all the time. Okay, I would say this. My one piece of advice is to learn to respect yourself. Respect your own needs, establish your own boundaries, and really just tend to yourself. And I know, because from just meeting all of you, the ones that I've met here, at least at SLSS in London, all of you just have such big hearts, and sometimes you need to make sure you are okay before you can help other people. So if some days you need to just take a day to yourself, do it. If you just need to take 10 minutes away from whatever you're doing, do it. So respect yourself. Oh, I wanted to mention another advice. And another piece of advice is, by respecting yourself, only take what advice and feedback that will help you, if that makes sense. So I don't really like to give advice because I feel like everything's very individualized. Take it as tips, right? Be open-minded, and then that way, you're not trying to hang yourself over some feedback that you've received, and just really process what you want to process. You can't always please everybody. That is okay, I guess I said like 3 pieces of advice, and I don't even know if it connects, but that is my 2 cents for all of you. So to all the graduating grade 12s, I just want to say congratulations again. Obviously, the latter end of the school year was totally unexpected for all of us. I wish all of you the best of luck, for those that I've met and for those that I haven't met yet, unfortunately, but I know all of you will do great things out there, and I really just want you to remember to have fun. You're still young, have fun, and those are honestly what really matters in life, is just to really have fun doing what you like to do. And don't worry if you haven't figured everything out yet. I'm sure you've heard that before. You have plenty of time to do so. So just cherish the fun moments in your life. Bye. Have a great day out there, sharks. Woohoo!
Good morning, Sharks, and here are your student notices for the end of the 2020 school year. And have a great day out there, Sharks. Woo! When I graduated high school, I wanted to become an astronaut. The word I was used to describe this grad class is resilient. In 2002, you guys were born. In 2002, I was in my third year at UBC, just working through my phys ed and math degree. In 2030, this grad class will have their 10-year reunion in 2030. Well, I hope to be there to celebrate with you because I can't celebrate with you guys this year. A special memory from this group, I would have to say, would be my PE 10 class. You know who you are. Mr. Lin, Miss Curtis. The softball unit is all I need to say. If I were to give you one piece of advice, it'd just be to keep working hard. There's always gonna be bumps in the road. You never know what's gonna happen, but you'll overcome it. Just keep working at your goals and strive to do your best. All right, grads of 2020. What can I say? I really missed you. This is unfortunate what's happened with the end of your school year. But it is what it is, and I hope you are making the best, or I can make the best of what's been going on. Just want to say I wish you all the best as you move on to post-secondary or trades or whatever it is you decide, or take a gap year. Be positive. You guys are fantastic. I'm gonna miss you, and please come back and visit us.
Good morning, Sharks. Here are your student notices for the end of the 2020 school year. And have a great day out there, Sharks. Woo! Hey guys, Mr. Allen here. I'm here just to salute and to respect and honor the grad class of 2020. And here's a few of my responses. When I graduated from high school way back in '87, I honestly had no plans. I was lucky to graduate. Honestly, I don't want to tell you all the details of that, but teaching was a thought in my mind, but not anything I thought I would have been able to do. And honestly, there was no plan. You know, I was actually unemployed and collecting unemployment insurance for a while, enjoying that, sapping the government's taxation bank. The word I would use to describe this grad class, there isn't a lot of words. Like, you guys are kind of like a maze. You're kind of like a labyrinth. Like, there's just no way to describe it. There's so many different parts, so many different people, so many different groups. I don't think a word describes you guys other than that you're so diverse. In 2002, when you guys were born, I guess I would have been 33. I would have had 2 kids at that time of my 4. And man, that already makes me old. In 2030, when you guys have your 10-year reunion, which I'm going to, get it ready, Alan's coming. And then when I show up, you're gonna give me like a fake address so I go to the wrong place or something. That would make me sad. Don't do that to me. So I'm 51 now. In 10 years, I'm gonna be 61. I'll likely be retired from teaching, and you won't recognize me. Gray hair, wrinkles, more so than ever. Be kind to me, you guys. I'm soft-hearted. I don't really have any memories of this group from when you were younger because, to be honest, I mostly teach senior students, grade 12s, grade 11s, and I really didn't know you guys a whole lot. So you turned out to be a pretty cool group. So I was really honored to have you in my class, but I didn't really know you much when you were young. One piece of advice for you, well, I don't know. I don't like to talk down like I'm an adult and I know things, but here's what I do know that's 100%, is that everything in life that comes to you is mostly unplanned. Yet when you're young, you're told to plan everything for when you get older. And that's not bad advice, but it's not totally accurate either. If I look at my own life, the woman that I married, I had no idea who she was. I met her later. I couldn't have predicted that. I couldn't have planned for it. The job I had no idea I was going to do that. Getting kids, the hobbies that I like to do, most of what I have in my life right now was totally unplanned, came to me. I was open-minded enough, hopefully, to accept it. And that's what you need to plan for, is to look for things, to be open-minded, to try to connect. Whatever you're doing now to prepare is great, but just be aware that the path that you're taking or want to take, man, you're going to have like 10, 15, 20, 30 paths to choose from at some point, and it feels like you're not, but you're going to. And my advice is just be aware, be open-minded. Things are going to fall in your lap. Just work hard, enjoy life, do those things. It's going to happen for you. It's going to be okay. Got one more here. Yeah, maybe that was kind of it. Listen, I really do wish you guys the best. Man, it's a difficult time for you. You guys will go down as a grad class, probably once in a century of uniqueness. And but that's also going to make you special. And I feel like when these times come, it really shows people's mettle. It shows who they are. It shows the qualities that maybe you don't love about yourself, and it shows things that maybe are inside of you that are really good qualities that just pop out. And I hope that during this time that's what happens to you. You draw from things inside of you that are awesome things, and you step forward. You might make mistakes, you might not always do the right thing, but if you're well-intentioned and you're earnest and you have people's general intention sort of at your forefront, good things will happen, and I believe that you guys can do that. I have a lot of trust in the young people of this generation. I have a lot of trust in you guys. I miss you guys. I do, and I hope life goes well for you. I hope you come back and visit me. I'll be old. You'll have to say what your name is. I won't recognize you. I'll have a crooked back, all those stereotypical things. Okay, take care. Love you. Grad Class 2020, I wish you the best. Alan out. Bye-bye.
Good morning, Sharks, and here are your student notices for the end of your whole high school career. Back in 1996, when I graduated from Richmond High, sorry Sharks, once a cold, always a cold, I was really into wearing Birkenstocks with socks and polar fleece. Same fleece. Still sparking joy 25 years later. Don't throw away your favorite fleece. Well, in 1996, I wanted to become a forester. The same aspirations as our very own Mr. Raleigh. After an adventurous summer spent tree planting in Prince George, I came home and my dream shifted. And it was really scary, but I knew I had to pivot. And to be honest, I took a few more pivots before landing on the path of teaching. One word to describe the SLSS Grad class of 2020 is resilient. And not just because you are graduating during a pandemic. You know who you are and what extraordinary obstacles you have overcome during your years at SLSS. Back in 2002, the year you were born, I was really into wearing velour tracksuits and entering the education program at UBC. I was dreaming of moving to New York City to teach, which I eventually did the following year. Fast forward to 2030, I'm going to be seeing my firstborn graduate. I already know I'm going to be all emo about it. And I cannot even imagine the range of emotions that your loved ones are feeling right now at this point in your shared journey. In 2030, I'm also going to be crashing your reunion. Although I hope I don't have to wait 10 years to see you again and celebrate you. Maybe someone can plan a 5-year reunion. Or heck, just plan one right after the vaccine comes out. One of my favorite memories from this grad class was back when you were lovely little grade 8s. And I remember this one time, got really mad because student after student after student kept trickling in late to my class. So I got on my soapbox and I started lecturing the class about how this wasn't elementary school anymore, how in high school, just like in life, you need to be aware of the time, and how disrespectful it was to be late. And I was going on and on and on, and then the bell rang. Whoops. I also remember when you were in grade 8, I was super pregnant, so thank you for being kind to me as I waddled through that whole school year. My advice to the SLSS grad class of 2020 is to seek a life of purpose and practice gratitude. Remember that all you need is within you. Collect experiences, not things, unless they are magnets from traveling, or Lego like Mr. Lowe. Do not be afraid to pivot and pivot and pivot again. Be brave. Grow from your mistakes. Remember, you are resilient. And lastly, I'll share my mantra. Seek, be, share. Those 3 little words hold a profound personal significance to me, and I invite you to seek their meaning for yourself. Congratulations to the Steveston London grad class of 2020. Remember, it's not goodbye, it's see you later. Have a great day out there, Sharks. Woohoo!
Good morning, Sharks. This is Mr. On, and here are your student notices for the end of 2020 school year. When I graduated back in 1993, I really wanted to be a broadcast journalist, most likely a sports commentator, and it could have been for hockey, baseball, football. It didn't really matter to me. The word that I use to describe your grad class is very diverse. Diverse is it. In 2002, when you were born, I was in my 3rd year of teaching at McNair, and yeah, that was a long time ago. In 2030, I will be a parent to my son who will be entering his postgraduate career for the first time. So who knows where that will be, and that'll be hopefully it won't cause us too much angst. Special memories of this grad class from teaching in phys ed. I would say that it was always a very energetic group, very fun group, and a lot of polite students. The one piece of advice that I would give to all of you is 2 things, is to trust your gut and also have the strength to say no. A lot of times we want to go along with the crowd and don't want to offend people's feelings, but I think listening to your gut and having the power to say no can save you in a lot of situations. 2 of them being avoiding that date that you don't want to go on. And finally, example would be if someone asks you to get in the car when you know the person's been drinking, and avoiding something happening there. So anyways, I wish you all the best. It's a very unique year this year, and have a great day out there, Sharks. Woo!
Hey grads, just sending out a few messages to you guys. So when I graduated from high school, I knew I wanted to be a teacher. I figured that out right away, smart. So I thought I wanted to go into teaching. I like working with kids, I like working with other people, so that's what I wanted to do, and that's what I did. One word to describe this grad class would be energized. You guys have lots and lots of energy, and it comes in all different forms, and I love all of it. In 2002, when you guys were born, holy crap, 2002, I had started my 2nd year at London Secondary before it became Steveston London in 2008, so I've been here for a long time. My memory of you guys when you were younger is I taught a whole bunch of you guys in Science 8, and what I remember is you guys were all little people then, and you've all gotten much, much, much taller. Lots of height. And my advice for you, I don't have anything too profound. I think the biggest model that I always go by, and I think this is true for anything, it's not necessarily what you say, but how you say it. It kind of goes with the saying, you know, you attract more flies with honey than you do vinegar. So if you want to get things done and you want to accomplish stuff, you always want to treat the people around you really well, and how you ask for things and what you do with that all comes across in the words that you use and how you carry yourself. Take care, grads. Love you lots. I know it's been a crazy year, but you guys are the class that can get through this and move ahead to bigger and way better things. Okay, take care. Love you.
Good morning, Sharks. Here are your student notices for the end of the 2020 school year. When I graduated from high school, I wanted to be a teacher and a writer. Number 3. In 2002, I was in elementary school, but I'm not saying which grade. Number 6. If I were to give you only one piece of advice, it would be to take one moment at a time. You never know what's going to happen next year, next month, tomorrow, or the next hour, so take one moment at a time. For my well wishes to the grads, I haven't been working at Steveston London for very long, but I believe that this class is creative, this class is resilient, and this class is unique, and I believe that you will go on to do great things. Have a great day out there, Sharks! Woo!
Hello, Sharks. I hope you're well. Here's my contribution. When I graduated high school, I wanted to become a United States Marine. The word I would use to describe this grad class is hopeful. And in 2002, when you were born, I was just finishing high school myself. In 2030, you'll all be having your 10-year reunion, and I will be 10 years wiser, I hope. And special memories I have of you all when you were younger. Well, since I just started teaching this year, you weren't very young, but a lot of great memories from my first year teaching. So thank you. And if I was to give you only one piece of advice, it would be, don't be afraid to try new things and take some risks. Smart ones, hopefully. See you later.
Good morning, Sharks, and here are your student notices for the end of the 2020 school year. When I graduated from high school, I told people I wanted to be a doctor because that made my mom happy and I liked science, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So don't worry if you don't know either. You'll figure it out. And in 2002, most of you guys were born, and I was busy taking care of a 2-year-old daughter. So it was kind of a blur. I wasn't getting a whole lot of sleep, so I don't remember much from 2002. And in 2030, you guys will have your 10-year reunion, and I hope to be retired from teaching, but I might still be at Steveston London. Who knows? You guys are an awesome class. I really enjoyed getting to teach some of you, some in the junior grades and some in Chem 11 and Chem 12. And I'm really glad that my Chem 12s that I got to teach you guys in first semester. So at least we got to do some labs. Hopefully when the pandemic is over, you guys who go on in sciences will get to do some hands-on stuff again. So let's hope. And if I had a piece of advice for you guys, I guess it's if you go on to post-secondary, don't just do the academic stuff. There's lots of sort of social and political things happening at university. And that's where I first really got exposed to social justice and being an activist, and that changed my life forever for the better. So hopefully you will find something you're passionate about that isn't just your thing that you're going to do for a living when you get out of high school. And I know some people say high school is the best years of your life, but for me, university was way better. Sometimes high school isn't a great place if you're not someone who fits into the sort of typical stereotype of a student. So if you found that you didn't find your niche in high school, I think you might find that in post-secondary, there's a lot more to choose from. There are a lot sort of different groups of people that you can hang out with. So I really hope that you do find your people and that some of you will be a lot happier in post-secondary even than you were in high school. And I think that's it. So have a great day out there, Sharks. Woo!
Morning, Sharks. Here are your notices for the end of the 2020 school year. Okay, grads, I've put my controller down, and I've been staring at this list of questions, wondering how to answer them. Do I be serious, Mr. Lowe? Funny? Sarcastic? Nothing really seems right, so just for a moment, I'll be me. Watching most of these other videos, I don't know what more I can say or what I can add, what advice or words of wisdom I could possibly give you. What parting words can I say that will change your life as you move into this brave new world? There aren't any, except maybe be you. It's not who you are underneath, it's what you do that defines you. Have a great life out there, Sharks. And oh, I went with cheesy, Mr. Lowe.
Good morning, Sharks. Here are your student announcements for the 2020 school year. In 2002, I was just getting ready to enter high school. And as I just came into the country the year before, this was easily one of the scariest times of my life. Having barely know English and was about to start this great adventure called high school. By the time I graduated, though, my dreams have changed. I was really looking forward to exploring what my options are and what life has to offer me in university and beyond. And part of me is still doing that, and I fully enjoy it. In 2030, only thing I know for sure is I'll be 40 years old, and I think I'll continue to enjoy life and exploring the world. If I was to give you one piece of advice, it will be this. Don't stop believing in yourself, and don't give up. I know it sounds cheesy, but it's true. Life will continue to throw you curveballs at you. It will continue to change. But it's up to you to believe in yourself. It's up to you to take that change and make it into something better. Take that change and add it to your life. Don't subtract it. So, I sincerely wish you all the best years ahead, and I sincerely wish you all to stay healthy and stay safe. So now have a great day out there, Sharks. Woohoo!
Good morning, Sharks. Here are your student notices for the end of the 2020 school year. These notices are going to be a little bit more unique because they involve you and me. And what I'm going to attempt to do, apparently there were some questions they wanted me to answer, and so I'm going to read the statement and then fill in the blank. So here we go. Number 1. In 2002, you were born. In 2002, see, here's where I have to fill in the blank. I was a single dad with 3 boys aged 2, 6, and 8, and I was starting my 12th year at Charles E. London Secondary. I also had, since it was 2002, 18 years to perfect my happy face, which you see on the whiteboard each and every day. Number 2, in 2030, your grad class will have your 10-year reunion. In 2030, I will, so you have to fill in the blank again, I will be really old. Also, I would love to join you at your reunion and still be working at Steveston London Secondary School so I can drop in on Mr. J. Maw's math class and do the best I can to disrupt him. Number 3, when I graduated from high school, filling in the blank, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I did not become a teacher until I was 30. The 12 years in between were awesome and exciting, and I truly believe these experiences made me realize that teaching was for me. Number 4, What's one word I would use to describe this grad class? I thought long and hard about this. You know what? You're inspiring. You have shown an inner strength during this odd time. This will greatly help you in your future, even though you're feeling maybe a little bit anxious right now. Number 5, if I was to give you one piece of advice, it would be, this one's an easy one. Follow your heart or your gut feeling and enjoy the ups and downs of your journey each and every day. One more thing. I am proud of each and every one of you. You have handled the usual and unusual stresses of grade 8, 9, 10, 11, and especially 12 with grace and dignity. This will certainly bode well for you in the future. So, before I end up with our usual announcement statement, I would like to wish you all the best in whatever the future holds for you. And please enjoy the ride. So, have a great day out there, Sharks. Woo!
Good morning, Sharks. Here are your student notices for the end of the 2020 school year. The year that you will be leaving the public school system and carrying on into your adult life. One of the things that I wanted to respond to is when I graduated from high school, what did I want to become? I really did not know. I didn't have a clue. All I know is that my parents wanted me to go to UBC, so I went to UBC, and then I went into the arts program, and before you knew it, I was in the teacher ed program, and that's where I headed. But really, when I graduated, I had absolutely no idea. And what I could say to you, and you are a very special grad class. We came to Steveston, London together. Grade 8, when you're in grade 8, and I need to thank you because you have done a great job working alongside me and the staff at the school to maintain the traditions and even grow the tradition of care and respect and even more. You are been a highlight for us in the school district, and I thank you for all of that. At this time, there's a lot more that I get to say, but I will be saying at the commencement ceremony. For now, I wish you all of the very best of everything, and know that you have what it takes to be successful. You have the resilience, you have care and respect in spades, and you have all that you've learned from the teacher at Steveston, London in the last 5 years. Good luck, and I wish you well.
Hey everyone, it's Mr. Verve here with your student notices for the end of the school year 2020. Now, it's an exciting time in your life. You're graduating and you're going to be making some choices as you leave high school. I remember when I left high school and I graduated, I started my classes on my way to becoming a doctor and studying medicine. Now, that changed along the way, and I found something that I love doing and teaching. I hope that that's the same for you. If your path changes, and I hope you find something that you really love to do. Now, one word to describe this grad class would have to be charismatic. There are a lot of characters in this group, and that would be the word that comes to mind when I'm thinking of this grad class. In 2002, you were born, and in 2002, I was on my way to Japan to teach English for a year, which was a pretty interesting time in my life. In 2030, you're going to be having your 10-year reunion. And in 2030, I'm going to be seeing my youngest son graduate. He's going to be in your shoes, in the place where you're at right now, which is very, very cool to think about. A special memory from this grad class would have to be just the energy, the excitement in the gym for phys ed classes or between classes. I always remember this group of people, just that endless energy that you seem to show in PE class and just while we were waiting in attendance lines. One piece of advice that I give you today would have to be not to sweat the small stuff. There's going to be lots of things that cause you stress in life. There's going to be things in your control that, yeah, they're going to be things legitimately to worry about. But there's going to be things outside of your control that, you know what? Try not to worry about those things until there's actually a reason to worry about them. That would be my advice to you. Now, I wish you all lots of happiness as you make your way into the world and have lots of fun and have lots of adventures. And always remember, please come back and visit anytime. Always happy to see you coming back to visit and give us an update on what you've been up to. And one more thing. Have a great day out there, Sharks. Woo!
Good morning, Sharks. Here are your student notices for the end of the 2020 school year. When I graduated high school, I wanted to be an opera singer, and I pursued it, but the world of entertainment wasn't for me, and so that led me here. In 2002, I was finishing grade 10, going to grade 11, and I really enjoyed drama, music, especially choir, and foods. And then a piece of advice for the grade 12s, if you go to post-secondary, make sure that you attend your classes. It is so important and so easy not to do. And I wish you all well. I hope you have a lot of success in your futures, whether you start working right away or go on to post-secondary, or even are prepared to pursue graduate studies. I know that all of you have a really bright future out there. Yeah, so have a great day out there, Sharks. Woo!
Good morning, Sharks. Here are your student announcements for the end of 2020. Woohoo! I'm Miss Louie. If you don't know me, I'm one of your teachers at Stevenson, London. When you were born in 2002, I was in elementary school. That was the time when I was inspired to be a teacher. I was already working with other teachers to help the younger grades, and I met a lot of lifelong friends. Throughout your life, you're going to meet a lot of people. Some will be your good friends, but others, they may put you down. But you need to remember, you just need to believe in yourself. If you don't try, you will never succeed. So chase after your dream. Dream big. I wish you all the best and happy graduation. Bye.
Good morning, Sharks. Here are your student notices for the end of the 2020 school year. Have a great day out there, Sharks. Ooh. Well, here's my answers. When I graduated from high school, I wanted to be a math teacher, and I'm living the dream every day with you. Well, before COVID. The word I would use to describe this grad class is unlucky. I mean, who graduates in COVID times? Who misses their boat cruise and geo trip and their Chan Center? Who does it? It's you. Unlucky. In 2002, when the year that you were born, I was teaching math, like this. In 2030, when you have your 10-year high school reunion, I will be coming to it with Mr. Allen. He did a promposal. I said yes. Verv got mad. Do I have any special memories from this particular group? Yeah, I've known some of you by grade 8 badminton. I taught some of you math when you're grade 11 year, and from knowing you from badminton and when you were grade 11, I didn't think I'd like this grad class, and I don't. Don't use that in the video. If I was to only give you one piece of advice, it would be to do something that you love and to keep finding out things that you love, and hopefully you can be happy for the rest of your life and the job and the people and the things that you do. And that's our thing. It's not about money. It's not about title. It's about doing something that you do well in and that is appreciated by our society and something that you look forward to doing every day. My final thoughts and well wishes go to all the grad class. I can't tell you how sad we are as a staff that we didn't get to celebrate with you the way that you earned and that you deserved, and to know that we'll miss you, and to please keep in touch and visit.
Good morning, Sharks, and here are your student notices for the 2020 school year. I just wanted to take a moment to congratulate you on this exciting new journey that you're all about to embark on. And I think if I could give you one piece of advice, it would be to live your lives with kindness and intention. Be good to others, be good to yourselves, make sure that you are doing everything you can to create and chase down the life that you had always imagined that you would live when you would daydream about what your life would be like when you're all grown up. Live your version of your best life, whatever that looks like to you, today and always. Good luck and have a great day out there, Sharks. Woo!
Hi there, Mrs. Sybounmy here. This is my video message for grad class of 2020. Mr. Ma gave us the list of the questions that I can go through, so I'm gonna go with that. Number one, when I graduated from high school, I wanted to become a teacher. I always wanted to become a teacher, just like my dad. Okay, number two, the word I would use to describe this group of grads. You guys are sugoi. Yeah, W-O-W. Wow, sugoi in Japanese to describe exactly who you guys are. You have everything. Thoughtful, gentle, really kind, care about other people, smart, lots of energy. I enjoyed you guys really well. Anyways, I enjoyed teaching you guys. Number three, in 2002, when you guys were born, I was busy raising my first child. He was only 2 years old, so I was just enjoying the beginning of my motherhood. And number four, in 2030, this class will have their 10-year reunion. In 2030, what am I doing? I am crashing your reunion party. What else? Invited or not, I am going there. Yeah, you guys have a good party, okay? 10 years from now, let's, and you guys gonna laugh at me. So this is a movie. You are older. Who cares? Okay, anyways, I will be there. And number five, do you have a special memory with this group of people? I can only recall my Japanese course takers. When you guys were grade 9, you were so quiet. You were almost too polite to me and didn't want to even laugh at the jokes I was throwing. And I had a hard time to, get you guys speak. But nowadays we have a very good relationships, and we can share a lot of interests, joke around about the all the Japanese things and other things, and it was an interesting start. And number 6, if I have a piece of advice to you, yes, set your goal high. Yes, set ridiculously high goal for yourself. You might think, I might not be able to make it come true, but dream big. Don't let anybody stop you from setting the goal higher. And once you put your self into it and work hard to that goal, you can accomplish it. That's my message. Okay, and finally, I have to say the AP announcement lines for the beginning and the finishing. So here we go. I'm not sure if I can say it without tripping over, but okay, here we go. Good morning, Sharks. Here are your student notices for the end of the year 2020. And another one is the ending. I'm gonna modify it a little bit. Okay. Have a great future, Sharks. Woo! That's it. Okay. Thank you. Good luck editing it. You guys, are fabulous. Thank you for doing this project for all of us. Okay, bye.
Good morning, Sharks. Here are your student notices for the end of the 2020 school year. When I graduated from high school, I wanted to become a flight attendant and travel the world. The word I would use to describe this grad class is diligent. In 2002, the year you were born, I was teaching at Palmer, French and Spanish, and I had a 2-year-old, 4-year-old, and 6-year-old. In 2030, I will be retired and hopefully living half the year in my hometown of Pontevedra, Spain, and the other half in the Lower Mainland. When I first came to Steveston, London, you were in grade 9. So you were the first class that I've watched grow from junior high through to graduation. So in many ways, I feel that you were my first graduating class of Steveston, London. And it's been a pleasure to watch you grow and mature over the last 4 years. If I were to give you a piece of advice, it would be to have fun and listen to ABBA. Have a great day out there, Sharks.
Good morning, Sharks. Here are your student notices for the end of the 2020 school year. When I graduated from high school, I thought I was going to play Major League Baseball. But I also wanted to be a sports broadcaster and a teacher, so I guess I'm following the 17-year-old me. The one word I can use to describe this grad class is... Wait, I have to use one? Just one? Okay. Unique? I'm going to go throw special in there too. I can't just pick one. In 2002, the grade 12s were born. In 2002, I was 22, finishing my last football season with the South Fraser Rams and deciding if I wanted to play for SFU next season. Oh, and I was working as DJ Ice. Wiki, wiki, wiki. In 2030, this grad class will have their 10-year reunion. In 2030, I will be a lot older than I am now. Hopefully I'm still coaching and raising my family. Do you have a special memory from this particular group when they were younger? Oh, I got many. Where do I start? How about we throw out when the Bruckers are actually the same size and they look alike? How about when Adrian Wong wrecked his ankle playing 1-on-2 basketball in the Legends gym hours before the playoffs were supposed to start? Okay, I'll stop there, but there's so many memories from this group. Number 6, if I was supposed to give you one piece of advice, what would that be? I'm going to quote you some lyrics from a song, My Wish by Rascal Flatts. My wish for you is that life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. I hope that the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you want to go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you, and never look back. Have a great day out there, Sharks. Woo!
Hey grads of 2020, you may not remember this, but I do. Once I made an announcement on the PA system and I ended up by saying, okay, bye! So here's my final message to you. Remember, there's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets through. You are the light today. It's all about you, and it's in these moments of celebration, these treasured milestones, that we might transform into our better selves. You're on your way to find your better selves, and my wish for you is to believe in the potential of people and processes to leave our world in a better place. To always pursue adventure, because after all, that's all life is, and all of us are just along to laugh, to learn, and to live as best as we can. All the best.
Good morning, Sharks. Here are your student notices for the end of the 2020 school year. As most of you know who've listened to my long-winded answers to the question of the day, when I graduated from high school, I wanted to become an actor. And one thing I swore I would never be was a teacher. And here I am all these years later. And if I could have one wish for you all, I would wish that you could find work, as I have done, work that's challenging and exciting and that you look forward to doing every day and that makes you feel as if you're doing something worthwhile. If you can find work like that, that can sustain you through all sorts of difficulties. Another thing we were asked to tell is what we were doing in 2002 when you guys were all born. And in 2002, I was on maternity leave giving birth to my son, William, who is also graduating this year. And he sends you his best wishes from Port Moody Secondary School. I can't leave you without a little bit of Shakespeare, and you all know this, so you can say it along with me. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances. And one man in his time plays many parts. Have a great life out there, Sharks. Woo!
Hi, grads. This is Miss Lau, one of the counselors, for those of you who don't know me. When I graduated from high school, I wanted to become, believe it or not, a teacher. I just wasn't sure if I wanted to become an elementary school teacher or a high school teacher. And when I had the chance to work with youth, when I was volunteering, I really enjoyed my time with them. So finally I decided to teach high school. So one of my special memories with this particular grad class was being able to teach you in grade 9, some of you anyway, in Business Ed 10. So I hope some of you still remember me as your Business Ed 10 teacher. I hope you had fun playing Monopoly in our Business Ed 10 class when we were learning about economics. I doubt you remember much from it, but we had fun nonetheless. I really wanted to thank this grad class for being resilient and appreciative and being so patient with what is going on and how it's been impacting you. You're all very brave and very strong, and I can't wait to hear back from you when you move on to exciting things in your post-secondary years and come back and visit me. In 2030, you're going to have your 10-year reunion. In 2030, I hopefully will still be teaching, and that year my son will be in high school. So I'm hoping to hear back from you, and let's keep in touch, okay? And I wanted to really thank Mr. Ma and all the students involved in making this video for you, because I think it's very, very meaningful, and I'm very grateful to have the chance to submit my part for it. So have a great day out there, Sharks.
Good morning, Sharks. Here are your student notices for the end of the 2020 school year. The word I would use to describe this year's grad class is caring. Caring and nice. And I've seen it in the smallest incidences, in the hallways of our school, in the gymnasium, in the classroom. And I think that those two characteristics are the most necessary and the most unwavering characteristics that this grad class could possess as they move on to the next journey and
enter into a world where they can spread caring and niceness into their community amongst their network and maintain that within themselves. Have a great day out there, sharks. Woo!
Hey grads of 2020, congratulations on graduating from SLSS in London. When I was your age, I wanted to be a teacher. I know, huge nerd, right? I was even voted most likely to be a teacher at SLSS in London in my yearbook. You know you've made it when? My advice to all of you would be fake it till you make it, because none of us really know what we're doing in life. We are just trying to do the best we can. Congratulations again. I wish you all the best.
Good morning, sharks. Here are your student notices. This is Miss Sidhu from SLSS in London. Just going to share a little bit with you. So when I graduated from high school, I had wanted to become a fashion designer as well as an accountant. I think I ruled out fashion designer quite early on and tried to pursue becoming, going into business. And then I eventually switched into doing my English degree. So yeah, sometimes we have to change things as things go, but that's okay. To describe the class of 2020, I can say you guys are definitely a unique class of you're one of a kind. You could be the only class that can say that we graduated the year of a pandemic, right? Something unique you can share. It's kind of like one of those stories that your grandparents might have told you, well, when I was at school and I had to walk 20 miles to school and walk through the snow, something like that. So now you have your own little claim to fame. Jokes aside, I think you guys are superstars, and you guys do deserve a lot, okay? And I know facing things the way they are is quite difficult, but we just want to cheer you guys on. So in 2002, when you guys were born, I was attending University of British Columbia. I was in my teaching degree, and I was hired in Richmond in 2003. I'll let you guys do the math. In 2030, when this grad class will have their reunion, I will likely still be teaching. Unless I win the lottery, I'll then be like in my vacation home and maybe sipping pina coladas and margaritas. And yeah, but I can dream to win the lottery. It's nothing wrong with dreaming. So I've known many of you guys. I've taught English, I've taught career life. So special memory I can share with you was Sidhu coming into my class, and he'd sneak in to see his b-ball friends, Janelle and Logan. And he would just come in, and that was like, I always ask Jazz, where are you coming from? And he was like, oh, just from PE. And I was like, gee, they just let you come stroll the hallways and come all the way down to the 500 wing. And so there he was. He'd sneak in, and then he'd be hiding underneath some benches that I have in the back. And other times he'd just come into my front chair and just hunker down and sit there and say, hi, Mom. And then he'd just take off. So I'm his school mom, I guess. We were both shared the last name Sidhu, and so that was a little joke between us. I have memories I have with the Wee Club. Meet a Wee Club. We went to Wee Day, and that was lots of fun. We went twice. I think I got a little starstruck one time when I saw the HGTV host, one of the twins, and his limo or car was waiting, and he was getting in, and we're like, oh my God, like trying to take photos with him. But lots of other fun things. I know we missed our 30-hour famine, guys. It's too bad, but I know you guys were planning an extraordinary event and a lot of hard work. So I think you guys are all going to aspire to be really wonderful, wonderful kids. So set your hearts and goals to whatever you want. It's a little piece of advice. So live your life, fulfill your dreams, even if others may not believe in your dreams. Sorry, I just have allergies. Others may not believe in you sometimes, but you have to set your own goals and aspire to what you can do. Sometimes hurdles come, but you can overcome those obstacles. I think those little bumps in the path that we sometimes want to set out and do are little hurdles that we have to overcome, and they're like tests, right? Just like this pandemic is a test for us in our time right now, and we can overcome it. And so if we strive to stick together, rise above, we can persevere. So 2 words: perseverance and gratitude. I want you guys to live with those in your daily mantra and having those in your hearts. And I wish this class of 2020 all the best. And have a great day, Sharks! Woohoo!
Hi, grads of 2020. I'm really happy to be part of this. When I graduated high school, I wanted to become an airline pilot. Words I would use to describe this grad class: kind, caring, strong, resilient. See so many examples of that from you guys this year, and we're so proud of you. In 2030, the grad class will have their 10-year reunion. In 2030, I will be 57. If I could give you one piece of advice, grads, always make time to do the things that you enjoy. Find happiness in what you do. Good morning, Sharks. Here are your student notices for the end of the 2020 school year. Have a great day out there, Sharks. Woo! In all seriousness, we want to wish you guys all the very best in the next phase of your journey. We certainly wish that we could have finished the year with you guys in the school, but we have every confidence that you're going to be successful and find all the wonderful things that you want to achieve, and we'll be looking forward to hearing about those and to seeing you guys when you come back to visit. So all the very best, and take care, grads.
Good morning, Sharks, and here are your student notices for the end of the 2020 school year. And have a great day out there, Sharks. Woo! When I graduated from high school, I wanted to become a music teacher. Number 2, the word I would use to describe this grad class is overcomers. Number 3, in 2002, the grade 12s were born. In 2002, I was just finishing my teaching degree. In 2030, this grad class will have their 10-year reunion. In 2030, I will be making a music video in Asia. Number 5, do you have a special memory from this particular group when they were younger? My memory of you guys was an excited and keen group of students with a lot of potential, but not really sure where you would apply yourself. And 5 years later, it's amazing to see how much you've grown, matured, and have such a dream and a future for yourselves and for your friends. The one thing that stands out to me is this grad class are very close to one another and have developed special bonds and friendships that I hope you will keep for a long time. 6, if I was to give you only one piece of advice, it would be to stay true to yourself, be kind, and stay solid with integrity and honesty in all you do. Hey, Grad Class 2020, I just want to take this time to wish you all the best. Congratulations on all of the hard work. You've made it. You've done it. And even though this year certainly wasn't something that you planned or expected, I know there's feelings of disappointment, but I know that you will overcome and you will make the best out of this situation because you are resilient and you are overcomers. Until next time, take care.
Good morning, Sharks, and here are your student notices for the end of the 2020 school year. So, a couple of questions. When I graduated from high school, I wanted to become a cat. It didn't work out so well. The word I would use to describe this grad class is inspiring. I know you're probably going to hear that a lot, but I genuinely feel that the way that you guys handle yourselves makes me very hopeful about what you're going to do and the possibilities that all of us have in the future. Let's see, in 2030, this grad class will have your 10-year reunion in 2030. I will be, or at least I hope I will be dancing, and if not, I hope I'll be a cat. And if I was to give you only one piece of advice, I think for right now it would just be to keep on trucking and keep on cycling, keep on running, keep on listening to music, keep on doing what you do, because it's good enough and it's great and it's going to get even better. And with that, have a great day out there, sharks. Woo!
2, 1, go.
Good morning, Sharks, and here are your student announcements for the end of the 2020 school year. When I graduated from high school, I knew I wanted to become a teacher. In fact, I knew in grade 4 when I got to be a lunch monitor in a kindergarten class. The word I would use to describe this graduation class is genuine and thoughtful. You were the first graduation class at SLSS that I've gotten to know. In 2002, the year that you were born, I was a lifeguard and teaching math and science at McRoberts. And if I was only to give you one piece of advice, it would be to do what you love and love what you do. Congratulations to the grads of 2020. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Have a great day out there, Sharks. Woohoo!
Hey, Dad, what did you want to be when you graduated from high school?
I wanted to be a math teacher.
Why?
Because I wanted to be a deriver. I was already a Parker.
Good morning, Sharks. Here are your student notices for the end of the 2020 school year. Number 1, when I graduated from high school, I wanted to become a professional skateboarder. Number 2, the word I would use to describe this grad class is effervescent. Number 3, in 2002, the grade 12s were born. In 2002, I was in grade 9 and likely skateboarding. Number 4, in 2030, this grad class will have their 10-year reunion. In 2030, I'll be teaching in, let's say, California and likely skateboarding. Number 5, do I have a special memory from this particular group when they were younger? Well, I remember teaching on call at Steveston, London, and thinking what a wonderful school it was and what well-behaved students it had. I bet they will be running this country someday. Number 6, if I was to give you only one piece of advice, it would be to make your own decisions. If you do what you love, you get to do what you love. Well, what else can I say to inspire the Steveston, London graduating class of 2020? Have a great day out there, Sharks. Woo!